Since before I can remember, I have wanted to go to New York City. I know it's probably a cliche and it's one of these cities that's probably top of most people's travel bucket list, but I think that there's a very good reason for that. Of all the cities in the world, New York is one of these places that is featured so heavily in so many films and TV shows that mean so much to me and that I have loved so much throughout my entire life that I've watched it on the screen for what feels like my entire life, just hoping that one day I was actually going to get there and get to walk along those famous streets. In September 2015, however, that dream became a reality when me and 3 of my friends booked a trip to New York this February. In preparation for that, I got myself a brand new vlogging camera, and guess what I managed to do? Not check where the microphone was on it before I went on my trip. Now, I did some practice vlogs at home, but I hadn't actually paid much attention to where the microphone was. So what ended up happening was the first couple of days worth of my vlog footage, a lot of it has compromised audio because I have my finger over the microphone. Now, to begin with, I was extremely gutted about this, as if it's not horrible enough coming home from the trip of a lifetime and getting back to boring reality and going back to work without discovering that the precious vlog footage that has been your sole focus, that you've been so excited to edit together, doesn't have good quality sound. However, I picked myself up, dusted myself off, and I decided that while the audio at some points isn't brilliant, this was an opportunity for me to be creative and do something a little bit different. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is day 1 of my New York vlogs in the new style that I've decided to edit it in. I really hope that you enjoy this, and if you want to make sure that you see the rest of the vlogs, which go on for 6 whole days, then be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any uploads. For now, I'm going to say goodbye, but enjoy day 1 of Lynsey's New York vlogs. So day 1 of these vlogs begins very early in the morning. I got up on Monday the 15th of February at about 4 o'clock in the morning to get myself ready to go and meet the girls at Glasgow Airport at 6 AM for our 9 AM flight. We got there, we got checked in, we got our boarding passes and headed through security and into the departure lounge. After a quick browse of duty free, we decided it was time for breakfast and we stopped off at Frankie and Benny's in the departure lounge and had French toast. The perfect start to any holiday. Good morning, I am at Glasgow Airport. You guys can keep talking, you don't have to be quiet every time I turn the camera. It's just like the table fell silent, everyone's like, the camera's on. I was really lucky with who I got to go on holiday with because there's nothing better than a girls' holiday, is there? And I got to go away with 3 fantastic girls, 2 of whom I met through this very box here. I met through YouTube and I met through blogging. So the people that you're going to see in these vlogs are featured right away, and that is my friend Roisin from Rose Cates. You will recognise her from many of my other vlogs, or you maybe even already watch her channel. My friend Jill, who I met through blogging way back in the early days of our blogging careers. None of us have written a blog post in quite a while, but that's how we met and bonded. And my other friend Lauren, who we met through Jill. So it's about half an hour later, we've been through duty free, girls have picked up a couple bits of makeup, so I'm sure that you can see that in Roisin's vlog. She'll probably show you what she bought, and Lauren got a couple of bits and pieces of makeup as well, so that was exciting. And now we're at the gate, which is nuts. I'm going to turn the camera around and let you see the plane, which we're about to get on in like the next very short period of time. Here is Lauren. Next time I vlog, we are going to be in New York. That's actually a really scary thought. But yeah, let's get to you soon. We arrived in New York at around about lunchtime, which was bizarre when we'd taken off at 9 o'clock, but there is a 5-hour time difference. So we got off the plane at about lunchtime. So we've just landed. This is literally all I'm going to say just now, but just to let you know, we are now officially in America. The transfer took less than an hour to get us from the airport to the hotel, and we got checked in to the Broadway Plaza Hotel. It's on the corner of Broadway and West 27th Street, and it is at 1155 Broadway, and I would recommend this hotel to anybody. Hello! So we are at our hotel and it is so nice. Not that we didn't think that it was going to be nice, that sounds like it was a massive surprise, but we didn't. Like, we got this holiday on a really good deal. That's why we're able to be here for like 6 days, because it was a really fantastic deal, and for the hotel and the flights. So we were, I don't know, we weren't expecting something that wasn't nice, but I don't think we were expecting a room quite as big and as lovely as this. Roisin will...
We were expecting like, you know, clean but basic, like you're sleeping here, that's all you do in New York, you go out every day. But it's really, it was renovated just last month, so it's probably good timing as well, but really, really impressed.
We really are. So we basically got here about probably an hour. What time is it? About an hour ago?
Got here about 2 hours ago.
Got here about 2 hours ago. Also, it's 3 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock now, which means that it's 8 o'clock UK time, which baffles my brain. But yeah, we got here a couple of hours ago and... Sorry? Jella's pointing out that she should have had dinner by now, so that's something that we need to take into consideration when we go out to walk. We then spent about an hour just getting unpacked and sort of relaxing for a bit, and then we headed out into the streets of New York. Not only was this a momentous time for me because I have always dreamed about being in this city, but of all the things for it to do when we arrived, it started to snow. New York in the snow is one of these iconic, dreamlike sort of situations that I probably should have realised that booking a holiday in February I might get to experience. We're outside, we've ventured out and we are in the snow. We've just been in Macy's. I've just Instagrammed a couple of pictures so you will have seen that perhaps if you follow me over there at Lynsey Mac1 plug for the Instagram thing. Follow me on Instagram also. But yeah, we're wandering around New York in the snow. This is genuinely a very surreal moment. But I think we are headed now for, I think we're headed to Sephora. We've just come out of Macy's and that was really cool, and Jill got some shoes because her feet are not in a good way. She's hurt her foot, so she got some trainers to ease the pain, and we're now on our way into Sephora. So yeah. Oh, also, Lauren is pointing out a very important thing to look at. It's only the Empire State Building. I'm sorry. Roisin is also vlogging. Double vlog. How many times I wonder will this happen? But yeah, so this is amazing. So we're just coming up to Times Square. How excited are you on a level of 1 to 10?
I adore Times Square. I don't care how touristy, tacky, whatever it is. I love Times Square.
Sorry, as a slide on a grate. That wouldn't have been a great part of the vlog. But I'm going to turn the camera around in a second so that you can see some of the lights and see what we're approaching and join with me.
To get properly dark as well and be like, actually, you'll see just how fluorescent it is.
Since we've been on an 8-hour flight, as you can probably imagine, we were a little bit peckish by dinner time. So at about 5:30, we headed to John's Pizzeria, which is on West 44th Street, just off Times Square, which had been somewhere that had been recommended to us, and we'd been told that it was some of the best pizza in New York City, which I think is a mean feat considering how many pizza places there are in New York, and we had the most fantastic pizza. We all thoroughly enjoyed our choices. It was absolutely delicious and just what the doctor ordered after a long day of travelling. By the time we'd headed back out of John's Pizzeria, it had got properly dark and I got to experience Times Square in all its glory. This is Times Square at night in the dark. Doesn't it look spectacular? I'll pan by Roisin. Here's some more. Oh, this is just sort of magical. Times Square is one of these places that you see in films and on postcards, and you can't imagine that it actually feels like a real place. It almost doesn't look like a real place when you see these images of it. And so to actually stand there and feel the buzz and feel the electricity that you can feel in the air standing in that place, yes, it's a tourist hotspot, and yes, it's one of these places that people go, oh, that's the cliched sort of side of New York, but I just absolutely loved being there. I can't actually put into words what it felt like to be standing there for the first time, seeing all the lights, seeing all the screens, feeling the buzz and the energy in the city, and it was just an absolute highlight moment of day one. We are very happy right now. And well fed. The pizza, by the way, was excellent, wasn't it? Would you agree?
Absolutely, yeah, so good. My gran, we went there the first night, the last time we were in New York, and my gran still talks about it, and she's not very easily impressed. Yes.
Well, that shows you. It's got the seal of approval from Roisin's there. So we're going to head in. By the time the day ended, we were absolutely exhausted. We'd had an extra 5 hours added onto our day thanks to the time difference. And we got back to our hotel probably about 10 o'clock at night. Very, very tired, very happy, and very much looking forward to day 2. I vlogged a little bit when I got back. The sound's not great, but you can see how excited we are, but also how exhausted we are, and also how the snow has affected my hair. Our feet were tired, our heads were tired, but we were very, very happy, and we'd had an incredible first day in New York. I really hope that you have enjoyed my vlog from day 1. Day 2 is when things start to get really exciting and we start to go and see some incredible New York landmarks that I'm sure you will recognise. So to be sure that you don't miss that, hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this vlog, please give it a thumbs up and let me know what you thought of this slightly different, slightly more voiceover artsy style of video. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will speak to you again soon. Bye! But look at this. That is where we were. Right up there, right up at the top.